Yone jungle. Are you sure, guys? That was a clear decision. Okay, we're going to make a full educational Yone jungle game. I'm going to take, I think, lethal tempo. I'm not so sure. And inspiration. I'm going to check what the pros take with Yone real quick. They take fleet footwork and lethal tempo. So fleet footwork is probably better because I can proc it on the jungle camps too. I also think that last stand is probably better, or cut it down so I can poke the enemies. Probably last stand is the best because usually in fights I have good DPS and not so good burst. So enemies will burst me and then my DPS will slowly kill them. So I will drop below 50%. It doesn't matter which jungle champion you play. This is around Emerald Elo I'm playing in. And I'm gonna make sure, and this is what you need to do for all the champions you play, to enable his strengths and remove all his weakness. So even Yone jungle will be totally fine, and I will showcase it, okay?
My blade is yours.
So let's sum it up, okay? What we always try to do with no matter which champion we play, we figure out what is Yone good at and what is he bad at. He is pretty bad at ganking. So that's already a big negative. We want to take blue pet for just mobility. I think mobility is like legitimately the most important stat in the game. And the red jungle, you can also go to red jungle pet and then try to poke, because if you EW, you proc it pretty often. But I think the blue one is the best for Yone, because also the late game you want to be too quick and just play it really sneakily with movement speed. Like walk through the bushes, get like a sneaky catch. And you don't really need the red one for that. Like red one is more for poke and you're more like all in. Okay, let's check what we are strong at. So cooldowns 3.69, 22, 12 seconds. So we have AoE damage with low cooldown. So we try to utilize that. So against which camp should we start then? Like we already know we're gonna start chickens with it, okay? Enemies are Emerald players, they're pretty good, they have a pretty annoying comp, a lot of burst. But it's gonna be an interesting game to play in. We don't really want skirmishes. We want numbers advantage plays and catches. With Aurora and Renekton, we can find catches. We want to get our clears done, and I also think that Yone is pretty decent in this clear. Let's figure it out. I didn't attack the big one with my Q, which is okay. Yeah, just attack the big one. My Q will clear all the small ones always. Auto attacks in between. Cancel the auto attack with my Q. Get my third Q here and then dash over the wall if possible. Get my W for raw damage. My E doesn't do anything. We're also gonna put 2 points in Q. Only attack the big ones. The small ones will always die because of our AoE damage with our Q, right? We can also use our W here. It doesn't really matter. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm not gonna smite it immediately. Just start with my Q. Maybe Kha'Zix cheeses, but it's very rare. Like on your second camp, it's very rare you're getting cheesed on. W auto attack Q. Always auto attack in between all your abilities if you can. And now we're gonna fade away, smite this. Dies from the burn, amazing. We're gonna put another Q point in Q. We don't want to gank. Why? Because it's exactly again our weakness. Champion specific strengths and weakness. As you can see, my clear is not even that bad. That's a good plus point for making Yone jungle viable. Keep clearing, keep clearing. We look on the map if something is optional. Pull it with W, auto attack Q. Look on the map again, because I'm just gonna do auto attacks anyways. Kha'Zix is same CS than me. Already ganking mid lane. Fucked up his gank. He looked for a mid lane opportunity, which looked promising, but Syndra was not in E range, so his gank was actually not that smart. Auto attack W, auto attack Q, auto attack. We got first buff mid lane. Absolutely amazing. Good team so far. Good start. Bot Skull spawns. He has blue buff, so it is a chance he goes for Bot Skull. I'm just gonna face check it. I have my E, my flash, everything. And if he was on Bot Skull, I can also give it and go top Skull immediately. I don't need to fight him 1v1 early. Actually gonna use my E here. Auto attack Q. I can also flash on him if you want. Good flash from Kha'Zix. He needed to immediately counter that. If he didn't flash, he would be dead. W for the shield, so I can walk through to top Skull. My chickens and Krugs are gonna respawn, which I want to go for. Kha'Zix probably goes for his bot side camp. Still has 20 CS. The reason why I eat is so I'm faster towards top Scuttle. Again, we can give it. Look how fast I am because of that. We can give top scuttle. We can give bot scuttle. We need to see the situation if we are able to fight. If you're not able to fight and you think you lose it, immediately walk away. So never risk your death for scuttle. It's not worth it. Trust me. I've lost too many games doing so. We already start walking. We can eat forward here. Make sure it doesn't reset. Take Crux, reset, and then our Wolves and Grump will respawn in perfect position. Okay, top end seems also totally fine. Is very behind in CS, but we will make it work. A reset here. Amazing. Okay, what are we gonna buy? We want to go Blade of Rune King in most games. Doesn't seem like everyone does it. Is there anyone who plays Yone Jungle? I'm just gonna check. I'm not too sure. I think I can also go just Kraken here because enemies are really squishy. We can walk out and then E back. It's just more efficient. Buy longsword, get back. So we save some time. Immediately walk to Wolves, Grump, and maybe I find a gank opportunity then. Like, we're already ahead in CS. You see Kha'Zix 32, we have 40. Even if he farmed the same way I did, he would be even. So we are able to scale, which is a good thing. The question is, do we scale good enough? I think our mid game is very strong when we have our second item. And also to find catches, we are really good at that. You see Kha'Zix paths towards bot side? I'm not sure. We want to go towards Grubs. I also want to fight him. We should be stronger than him. He can go for Dragon immediately, which would be okay. We see him here, so I'm gonna start the Grubbies if I can. We're gonna try to see if we have a fight here. Start with auto attack into Q. Auto attack. Syndra's level 6 already. We killed Kha'Zix, so that's a fine trade. We got first Grubby too. I didn't expect Syndra to insta one-shot me because she's level 6. I should have checked that. Okay, now we're gonna start with chickens. That's interesting. We don't need to fight the Grubs. We're gonna see what happens. After chickens, I will be level 6, so I can fight Grubs. And Syndra has no ult. Aurora will have ult soonish. So after chickens, we path towards Grubbies and see what happens. We don't decide it in advance. The strategy is adapting it to the situation. Wait for our third Q before we E back. Third Q, auto attack, and now we kite towards the Grubbies. We have our third Q ready for the Grubs. Q very late, and if he's on it, we can immediately engage on him. He's not? Okay. I still want to fight this. Aurora has ult, Syndra has no ult, so we have an advantage I'm trying to utilize. He's on bot skull and taking Drake afterwards, which is totally fine. I'm gonna get one more Q and then Q over the wall. And go to my wrap buff into my Crux. And then I want to invade him most likely. E forward again for just more efficiency. Auto attack Q backwards. Auto attack Q, auto attack. Always the same combos we try to pull off. Once we have the champion mastery, it gets pretty easy. Auto attack one more time. Q over the wall here. Hit both of them. Auto attack the big one only. So I will try to have a consistent time where I do educational jungle content fully. As I do right now, I'm very focused into answering your questions, into explaining all the thoughts I have during the games. It doesn't matter if you play the champion. It doesn't matter if you, which elo you are actually. You can just consume what I'm thinking, and no matter what I play, I will just give you my thoughts. My challenger thoughts, all I have in my brain, so you can consume the knowledge. So I will be at the same time, so you know when the educational content will be. You can come for champion requests on my Twitch. Very easy. Yeah, we can give this totally fine. I do think we're stronger. We're one level ahead. We want to go for a fight now because we want to utilize us being stronger. I'm just going to walk up. I'm going to start with my ult. Very good sidestep from Nautilus. I'm not going to use my E yet. W because Kha'Zix is also here. Still don't use my E because the moment... Now I can E. Because the moment I dash forward them, I'm forced to go backwards. Unless I do want to go backwards, like here, because I know I can catch Misfortune potentially as well. So I do get, perfectly, her flash too. If I eat like towards Misfortune, my E backwards would lead to Misfortune not needing to flash. That's just a mechanical thing, but as I said, I'm always going to give you all my ideas and thoughts. Okay. Q. Auto attack Q. I'm gonna W this time. Maybe we can go for dive. The wave looks fantastic. W here. I'm just gonna use my third Q. I will get backwards here. Auto attack, get backwards. Nice hook from Nautilus. Gonna get my Q back up. Just gonna get my third Q into W, and now I have my fleet footwork. I'm just gonna go over the wall, and perfectly I'm out. He cannot flash over the wall. Maybe we find a catch on the Nautilus now. He tries to go in. Syndra still mid lane showing, so we are fine going there. Grub spawn at 130. So now I have perfect time to clear my camps. I also want to go for a reset whenever I have enough gold for that. My wolves are down, so I'm just gonna go for a reset immediately. Aurora's doing fantastic. Really well. Okay, crack it into. I will go shield ball here. I do want to say that I did not play Yone in a very long time. I don't know the perfect build. I assume this is correct. What I recommend you to do, if you also don't know it, check up on LoL Analytics, check up UGG, check up pro builds. That's what I'm doing right now. I have pro builds open next to me where I can just compare what pros do. Also, Yone is usually played in lane, so the builds are also totally different. But what I feel here already is that Kraken is a fantastic item. Top Scuttle could be down. And do you see how strong I am in clearing my stuff already? Showcases that Yone jungle is totally fine. For the clear already. I want to go for a fight here. I do have my ult. Just gonna walk up. Start with 1Q. I don't want to use my E yet. I want to use my E when I know I can kill him for a fact. For example, in this position, I'm fine using my ult. We'll have it in 170 seconds. Drop spawn in 18 seconds. So I need to do something during that free time, which will be taking my Crux. And then pathing towards the grubbies here. Always auto attacks in between your abilities. I'll use my E here, I think. No, probably not. Probably not. Just gonna get over it. I'm gonna get my third Q again. If the enemies try to fight it, I can just go over the wall again and disengage. You see Syndra's already coming. So I can already try to disengage. Unless I see a play here. It's way too aggressive for me to go there, because now I don't have a disengage tool. That was simply my fault that I tried to find a turn. Even if I hit the Syndra with my third Q, it's too aggressive, which I just noticed while I engaged. I thought I will have enough time to get my third Q again in time, but it's not enough time because of all their champions being so burst heavy. If the enemies were playing tanks like Dr. Mundo and stuff, I think this would be more of an okay play. And that's exactly what we needed to judge. So my mistake here in this position, the only mistake I made here is that I didn't respect the enemies in terms of I give them the potential of me dying. That's what I can improve on. So next time, when I play Yone jungle and I have a position like this, I will play it differently and have a way easier time doing so. Nicely done, Aurora. Alright, Dragon spawns in 10. Bot Skull spawns in 20. Just gonna check if his chicken's up. I'm gonna check this with my E. Because in that way, it's very cool, actually, when you think about it. That was utilizing Yone's strength to the max. Because in that way, I'm always safe. I'm never gonna die. Because I can always E backwards. Plus, I can check the chickens. Plus, eventually also steal it. You see, my Dragon Clear is also pretty quick, actually. Gonna finish this. I wanted to use my E just to get the Scarlet Frog here. With my 32, but that's too much. And now I just want to path through top side to get my top side camps, I think. Maybe find a mid lane play. I think I'm just can straight up ult her. Just also to get close. It's totally fine to just walk up on her like that. Oh, I actually didn't kill her with that. I thought I already saw that E showing that she dies. I could have easily killed her. I think she dies regardless. I just get some free time from her. Nice. Now it's actually good. Like, result-based judging, it's good that I walk backwards. Because she delayed her death even further. And can even do less now. But the wave is pushing towards her, so it doesn't matter too much. Open is interesting. My W deals no damage to those. Okay, I cannot clear it with my W. I'll have my shield bow soonish. Do I need attack speed boots? I think in this game I want to go Berserkers just for survivability. Nice, got another kill. Wait with using my E. Maybe Kha'Zix teases on us. Over the wall to get my E again for the Herald. I can also disengage again over the wall, which I can only do with Yone. think staying on the Herald is a mistake. It's too aggressive. I think it was a mistake because there is too big of a chance that Syndra is coming. Like, you can check on the mini map if she was coming and she wasn't, and then go for this, which is respectable, right? But I do think it's too risky. Also, in the 1v1, it's usually Kha'Zix's favorite, but because we're already such in a beautiful position, this is totally fine. E to be quicker going backwards and going to my chickens. Reset after the chickens and then go for the top side camps, not full clearing right now. Big mistake if you wanted to go for a full clear right now. Fast reset, gonna get this, and I think next item will be a 30% crit. I don't think of Infinity. I think it's fine. I'm going Infinity. I will have so much damage. Infinity and Steel Caps. Death Stance is also really interesting here. Just that they can't one-shot me, right? Yone jungle is viable. I honestly think that every single jungler champion, no, not every single one, but I think most champions are viable in the jungle. The only thing that is necessary is that your clear is fast enough. If your clear is fast enough, the champion works. Let's say Garen, right? It's not the best jungler. His clear is not the absolute fastest. If it was a bit faster, Garen jungle would be totally fine. Again, the trick, E forward, checking the chickens. And now I'm already out. Like, he can... Okay, I think he flashed in front of my Yone R. Was too... I think I should have not focused the chickens, but immediately focused the Yone. It would have been better. I can give this to Aurora. I'm not gonna take it. I'm actually very strong at going for like sneaky kills on them, but I do not have ult. I don't have a flash. Also, being here, it's a little bit dangerous. I think I'm gonna try to disengage right now. Could be resetting in this bush. I'm just gonna face check it with my E. I think she dashed over this one. She's in this bush right now. Okay, if she W's me, I'm gonna use my third Q. This is a very mechanical situation. Such a cool champion, holy fuck. And that's, my friend, how you play such a cool champion from the mid lane right in the jungle. I don't... Ooh. E Herald, please have mercy. Oh, yes. GG. Perfect. I mean, don't let people fool you. You cannot play these champions. Like, if you really like the champion and it has a good clear, it will work in the jungle. Even if it's like, even if you're like, let's say you're a jungle main and you like the mid lane champions, and you said you can't play them. A lot of them you can actually play in the jungle well.